this episode. What actually happened this episode? Not much, to be honest. Not much. We had the funeral. If I had to break this down for you, like I did a 20-minute recap, but if you guys want the whole recap real quick, Power Book 4 Force series finale. It's going down. There was a funeral for JP who got knocked off the other day by Jenard. And while Jenard is outside waiting for Tommy, we realize that Tommy is rolling with the motherfucking police. Now, these police officers aren't on Tommy's side. They are just here because it seems like they're relatives and friends of Miguel, part of the Insane Princess's crime mob. Well, Jenard storms off and then Tommy gets attacked by a man just a block over trying to go to his car, but he handles that business and he lets Vic know that I'm after you and your bit if you don't get settled. You send hitmen after me, I'm sending niggas after you. Vic is a little bit scared, but Vic ain't really standing down from nothing because Vic has witness protection. We also find out that Bobby DeFranco, he's after Billy because he found out that Bill's son or sang was fucking with his wife. Not fucking with his wife in the sense of he trying to get some mushu, but in the sense that he was trying to screw her over because she was doing some corrupt activities. And we also found out why that was going on, that Mireya was trying to leave Chicago and go to Mexico. But guess what? Kate Egan, the junkie, said, "You're not leaving with my grandbaby." But Mireya doesn't say anything. She's been hiding all of her secrets away from Tommy. D-Mac is upset upstairs listening to the blues, and he has a gun on his chest ready to go get revenge on any nigga that ever looked at him funny, any nigga that ever owed him money. He was trying to go and get him, but Tommy told him to lay low while Kate was saying, "You know what? I'm out of here. It sounded good to show up because my black son was dead and I had to bury that boy, but I got to get the fuck out the city because this block is hot." Shanti shows up and says, "What the fuck is going on? Raheem is dead, Tommy. What we gonna do, Tommy?" Tommy said, "What? Raheem is dead? Yeah, Tommy. We need somebody on the inside. That was my inside man." Tommy said, "Guess what? We do got a nigga on the inside." "We got a nigga on the inside, Tommy?" "Yeah, you nigga. Go talk to Jenard." Now, Bill ends up calling back. He's like, "Hey, Tommy, look, me and well, I ain't gonna mention Bobby's in here, but Bobby wants me to meet up with you so we can handle some business so you and I can become business partners." So Tommy goes and meets up with him. Tommy gets there and Bill is scared as hell. He's, "Tommy, you there?" Turn out this motherfucker Bill got a goddamn wire on, but what could you expect for the assistant DA that's turning into the head DA? Bobby pops out thinking he's big shit. He got a gun, but don't nobody pull triggers in this shit unless you really about that. And guess what? Bobby wasn't about that. So Bobby continued to walk closer. He got the drop on Tommy. Tommy, we're looking at it like, oh shit, Tommy's about to die. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's get him. But out of nowhere, boom, bam, bam, he gets hit on the side of the noggin. Bill lays his ass down and looks at Tommy, fixes his jacket and says, "Nigga, we on the same team now. I'll get you the motherfucking message later on." So Tommy runs up out of there. He's like, "What the fuck? The fuck is going on here? Now I'm in business with goddamn Bill, but Bill doesn't even know that the Marquez cartel is gone, but now he does because I just told him, oh shit, I need that recording." So Bill says he's going to get the recording. And then Bill goes and make a statement and said that motherfucking Stacy Marks and Bobby DeFranco were both crooked as hell. While Vic is at the house watching, he's making lemon lime. Yeah, he got lemon lime. He's cutting it up. Ray is in the kitchen. "I smell good in here, Ray. What we got going on?" Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Breaking news. That nigga Diamond from CBI, he dead. Yeah, he was the head guy of CBI. Also, Claudia Flynn, she dead. Y'all remember Walter Flynn? He dead. Y'all remember Vic Flynn? We don't know where the fuck he is, so we're going to assume he's dead. So Vic is looking at it like, oh shit, this shit is getting real. I remember that phone call that Tommy gave me. Well, all that shit doesn't matter because right now we know we got a motherfucking war going on. So Shanti goes to talk to Jenard. And when she gets to talk to Jenard, she's telling Jenard, look, baby, we could just make this straight business. No more moose shoot, no more making love, no more none of that bullshit. But I can get you Manny Fresh, and I can also get you the Garfield project. Jenard's looking at it like, damn, you did want my brother killed. What's the plan now? But Jenard, he's looking at her like, something smells fishy. And trust me, it ain't down there because I done been with Shanti a couple times. And that ain't what it is. What Jenard said, this ain't me talking, that's Jenard talking. So Shanti goes back and tells Tommy, man, we fucked, bro. Like he caught on. I don't think he believes what's going on. So Tommy said, fuck, shit. So Che ends up texting Tommy like, what the fuck are you doing? Get your ass over to the swimming pool. And that's when we find out that the whole coalition is put together. Now, some of this is out of place, but it'll fit in once I get done telling the story. So Tommy did go and take out the Marquez cartel head, which was actually Ortega, because now the Marquez cartel and the motherfucking Estrada cartel are working together. But Tommy was the new person in the city. So we all assumed that the new person that was causing a lot of trouble within the city of Chicago was Tommy Egan. I was like, yeah, we're going to get Tommy. But this leads back to we don't get Tommy. We take out motherfucking Ortega. So now we got everybody together and it's us versus the motherfucking, guess what? CBI, and what's left of the coalition. So now we head straight over to motherfucking Miguel's. We like, Miguel, we need some motherfucking muscle. Shanti talking about, I got Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh's crew weak as hell. They ain't sold no product. She only had like $5,000. They gave up to connect, and they racing bikes. So you know they down on money because that's their primary source of income. So Miguel is sitting there with a motherfucking cigar talking about shit. This might not be enough. While our boy is in the back, D-Mac, he drinking. D-Mac getting drunk as hell. He don't give a fuck. But shit, fuck it. Because what did he do earlier in the day? He went over to Genesis' house. And you know when you got a little bad thing, you trying to show off, let her know that shit's real. I got your back. I'm protecting you. But D-Mac realized that he's too far in the game, in too deep like Makai Fife, word to Kanye. But he gives her some money, sold his bike, and told her he's not good for her. He had to get up out of here. So now he's here, and he's like, fuck it, let's get it on. But guess what Tommy does? Tommy says, wait a minute, we don't have enough muscle. Let me make a phone call. I'm going to call in a favor. Hello? Damn, I didn't think this number would work. Hey, can you show up tonight? So the dude on the phone, we like, who the fuck is he on the phone with? Oh shit, he's calling James St. Patrick. We all thinking Ghost is about to come back. You did he do? But guess what? Then he drives home for some reason to tell Mireya, hey Mireya, guess what? We're about to go to war with the motherfucking CBI and coalition. He goes there only to find out that Mireya wrote a letter and said, Tommy, you take care of the streets of Chicago. I took the baby and got the hell out of here and went back to Mexico where it's safe. And I can raise the baby, and then you can come back and get us. So Tommy wanted to cry and shed one of them thug tears, but he couldn't because guess what? He drove home just to tell Mireya they were going to war, so he had to drop all the way back to the warehouse. He get back to the warehouse, tells Miguel, man, can you believe it? We out here, we fighting together, my nigga. We doing this. Miguel's like, yeah, I would have never believed that. And he gets all of the troops riled up. So now they heading over to Treason, the lumber yard, because that's where the inside man, Gray Skull. Now, Gray Skull, if you don't remember, he also used to work with King Kilo, aka King Kylo, because we never saw that nigga we never seen that nigga sell any kind of dope. So he already took Tommy's word, like, all right, Tommy, fuck it, we'll flip with you. So he texts Shanti and Tommy, like, hey, look, I don't know who got this message. I just put it in the group chat. They gonna be at the lumber yard. We show up to the lumber yard. We deep as hell. It's looking like it's about to go down. So once we show up to the lumber yard, niggas is in there eating fried chicken. No one's prepared. So this is the perfect opportunity to get niggas. Because you put a bucket of chicken in front of a group of niggas, let me tell you something. All you gonna hear is smacking and finger licking. Ooh, wait, this chicken good as a motherfucker, man. Ooh, wait. These niggas are in here stuffing their face with chicken and out of nowhere. Niggas is shooting everywhere. I'm looking at Tommy. I'm like, oh shit, Tommy, look out. Duck, duck, duck. Shanti get hit. Bow. She get knocked off on the motherfucking shoulder. Then we see Miguel get dropped. Bow. I'm like, oh shit. Tommy, for some reason, feels like he has to press all the way through the warehouse. I'm like, Tommy, don't go that far. Tommy, fall back. Fall back. We're losing people, Tommy. We're losing people. Tommy runs out of bullets. He's on the side of a Ford Expedition. I was like, oh, shit. We're finally about to get Tommy. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's get him. And out of nowhere, we see a nigga jump on the hood. We see a nigga come around the back and a nigga come around the front. And all we hear is pop, pop, pop. Oh, shit, it's Tariq St. Patrick. And Tariq St. Patrick hits us with one of those grins like, y'all niggas knew I was like that. I'm like, man, this nigga ain't like that. But I guess he is like that because he called 3 bodies. So now everybody in CBI, retreat, get the fuck out of here. Well, CBI, they retreat. And guess where they go? They go back to the most known place in the Power universe. And that's the basement of the barbershop. And they all sitting there. And Jenard's like, fuck, man, I thought we got rid of that rat. We got rid of that mole, the inside person. CBI, we need to stand up. Everybody in the coalition like, wait a minute, what are we standing up for? Tommy was giving us money. Same thing that was going on with Diamond. So they like, well, we don't have no beef with Tommy. We're just the coalition. The beef is between you and Tommy. So then they leave. And guess what? Jenard's like, oh man, fuck him. We don't need him. But then he buck up to Bones and Bones said, nigga, what? And then my nigga Smurf pulled the toolie out and said, don't even make a move, you bitch ass, hoe ass nigga. And Jenard looking at him, he weak as a motherfucker. Because earlier he was about to relapse. And I said, oh shit, he about to get on that shit. Because once a junkie, always a junkie. But he didn't do it because he seen a picture of his brother and he made that promise. So now Jenard's all alone because they didn't kick them out of CBI. Now Tariq and D-Mac, they get to talking to each other. When they get to talking to each other, Tariq is over here just listening to D-Mac like, oh yeah, for real? And we looking at Tariq a little sideways like, damn, nigga, we ain't know you to be like that. And now you talking about you lost your father too. You didn't lose your father. We know where your father is. That nigga's in the dirt because you killed him. See, JP got killed by Jenard, and that means D-Mac was trying to get revenge. So Tariq is just sitting there. He looking around. Now Miguel's on the couch crying like a bitch trying to get that bullet out. It's like, Aah! Tommy's like, oh, come on, Miguel. And then out of nowhere, our boy Bones and Smurf show. They go, whoa, we come in peace. So he's like, y'all come in peace. They're like, hell yeah, we want to be with y'all. We didn't kick Jenard up out of CBI. Okay, well, shit, let's shake on that shit. Let's make this shit official. They make it official. And then we just looking. We like, okay, this is cool. Jenard sitting down at the house, and Vic was like, man, shit, I'm not trying to lead the game. I'm a motherfucking rich-ass white boy. I don't give a fuck what Tommy Egan talk about. I don't give a fuck about Miguel. I don't give a fuck about the news. I don't give a fuck about the feds. So he shows up to the most known place in the Power universe, which is the basement of the barbershop that never cut any heads, except for maybe two. There was a motherfucking PO officer that was supposed to get a haircut one time, but Diamond never gave him that haircut. So RIP to Diamond and to that PO officer. We don't even know what happened to him. I don't even know if they gave him a funeral. But Vic says, you remember when you came up to the house? You could work together. Let's take this nigga Tommy out. We like, okay, shit, they're going to go get Tommy. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, shit, we only got like 6 minutes left in the episode. So what happens? We see Shanti. She's in charge of the whole coalition. Bones is in charge of motherfucking CBI. And Tommy like, y'all got any problem with that? Everybody like, nah, hell no. You got them bricks though, Tommy? Tommy said, yeah, I got them bricks. Take one brick and pass the other one down. Everybody passing it down. Shanti talking about, yeah, we taking over all of Chicago. So I'm like, all right, we unified now. The coalition is actually coalition. Tommy goes outside. Tariq comes out, and Tariq is standing there like Ghost. I'm like, oh, shit. We got Baby Ghost, a.k.a. the Machine. He talking to Tommy like, man, the Tommy I know, that nigga can come back to New York because shit crazy out there. But everyone keep telling me that Tommy got a motherfucking organization and a system that's working so goddamn efficiently up in New York City. Why the fuck would he need Tommy Egan? Why the fuck would Tommy Egan leave Chicago when Tommy Egan runs all of Chicago now and Che is the big dog and he got goddamn the coalition up and running? But Tariq tells him, look, I ain't here to hash out what happened in the past, but the last time we was on the roof, you had my ass hanging up over there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. All that blood rushed to my head and I still can't feel my feet. But Tommy is convinced and he's manipulated by Tariq St. Patrick. And they both look at the camera and they say, I'm going to New York City. And that there is what happened in the finale of Power Book IV Force, the series finale. Now, I do that all off the top of the motherfucking head. I do that all off the... Ain't no one gonna do that. Ain't no one gonna do that. Ain't no one gonna do that for y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.